Warm welcome. You're watching 7 at 7, the only news bulletin where we curate the day's top 7 stories for our viewers. Right before I take you through the headlines, viewers, I want to get you up to speed where India stands with its fight against COVID-19. Let's just quickly take you through the figures in terms of the import, where we numerically stand with our fight against this virus. Our total active positive cases, viewers, right now are at 3,03,639. We've so far clocked in 1,45,810 deaths. In terms of recoveries, we've seen recoveries to the tune of 96,06,111. So at least this is what it looks like in terms of sheer number where we stand with our fight against COVID-19. These are the headlines. All right, the latest news break coming in now. The state of Maharashtra has announced a night curfew starting every day from tomorrow in Mumbai from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. The night curfew in municipal corporations in Maharashtra from tomorrow over the new COVID strain spike in Britain. Maharashtra doesn't want to take any chances. This will, viewers, go on till the 5th of January 2021, which also means there is going to be an impact on anyone who wants to go out to celebrate Christmas at night, or the New Year festivities are closing in, practically with an eye to keep a lid on parties, especially at this time, and socializing, which could lead to a surge in COVID cases. The state of Maharashtra has taken this decision, which is a curfew now from 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning, starting tomorrow night, which will continue till the 5th of January. Kamlesh Sutar, my colleague, is joining me for the latest update. Kamlesh, is this across Maharashtra? Where all? We know it's in Mumbai for sure. Give us more details on that account. And which primarily means, Kamlesh, that the city of Mumbai cannot hold any parties starting tomorrow. So no Christmas celebrations at night, no New Year celebrations at all, going on till the 5th of January.
Well, right. Answering the first part of the question, Preeti, this will be applied to all municipal corporations. So most of Maharashtra has municipal corporations. So in urban areas of Maharashtra, urban curfew will be in night curfew will be in place say, from tomorrow, and it will go on for next 15 days. That is till 5th of January. So, and as you rightly said, this would mean that the New Year celebrations, Christmas celebrations will be low-key. People will not be allowed to go out or gather in large numbers. More than 5 people will not be allowed to gather at one location. So that will also mean that there will be low-key celebrations of Christmas as well as New Year. Apart from this, another important measure that has been announced by the state government after an emergency meeting this afternoon is also to screen all passengers coming in from European countries as well as Middle East countries, and those who are coming in by from these countries, they will have to undergo institutional quarantine for 15 days. That is another important decision that has been taken. But urban areas in Maharashtra, municipal corporation areas in Maharashtra will be seeing curfew, night curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. In the morning.
Appreciate you joining us, Kamlesh. That's a big move. What remains to be seen is with other states follow suit, especially the national capital. So the state of Maharashtra is going to go into a night curfew starting tomorrow, 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. Importantly, from tomorrow, if there is anyone who's coming in from the Middle East or European countries, 14 days institutional quarantine. Also, practically, there will be no festivities at night for Christmas or New Year. Well, these are tough times and tough measures need to be taken. Maharashtra biting the bullet. Will other states follow suit is the big question. Let's now quickly cut across to why is the reason that Maharashtra has done this. Primarily, viewers, there is a new, more virulent strain that has been found in Great Britain, especially in parts of London, East London in specific. Now, this new strain has led to many countries in Europe and now India to ban all flights coming in from London till the 31st of December.
Just as vaccines bolstered hopes in the fight against COVID-19 and the world prepared to go out about life as usual, a new strain of novel coronavirus detected in the UK has triggered fears across the globe. India has decided to suspend flights to and from UK till 31st December from Tuesday midnight. Till the ban takes effect, passengers coming from UK will be subject to mandatory RT-PCR tests.
There are reports from the United Kingdom. There are statements made by senior political leaders, including the British Health Secretary, that this new virus strain, which has been reported, is spreading at an alarming rate. Therefore, we have decided, starting from 23:59 hours Tuesday, 22nd December, all flights to and from the United Kingdom will be temporarily suspended till 31st December of this year.
The government has assured that all necessary steps are being taken to fight the new virus mutant and there is no need to panic.
अभी ये सब इमेजिनरी सिचुएशंस, इमेजिनरी बातें, इमेजिनरी पैनिक, इन सब के अंदर आप अपने आप को मत उलझाइए। सरकार हर बात के लिए पूरी तरह से सजग है।
Coded as B117, the mutated version of the virus has been found to be 70% more infectious and is believed to be driving the recent surge in COVID-19 cases in southern England. However, there is no evidence to indicate that the new strain is deadlier than the other strains or that it can cause higher mortality. The UK has announced 4-tier restrictions for London and most parts of southern England, affecting about 16.4 million people.
Given the early evidence we have on this new variant of the virus, the potential risk it poses, it is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned. In England, those living in Tier 4 areas should not mix with anyone outside the household at Christmas, though support bubbles will remain in place for those at particular risk of loneliness or isolation.
Amid global worries, several nations including Canada, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Austria and Italy have announced restrictions on travel to and from UK. The big question yet to be answered is whether the vaccines that have been developed will be effective against the mutant virus. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's shift focus right now to the state of West Bengal. We're 5 months away from elections and politics is booming at a completely different level. The latest is Mamata Banerjee tearing into Amit Shah on the pretext of where Mamata attacked Amit Shah, who's touring the state of West Bengal. She began with a tirade against him, proclaiming that BJP is a party of cheats and has been misleading people of Bengal for political gain. Lashing out, Mamata said that she will not allow NRC and CAA in Bengal and accused Shah of insulting Rabindranath Tagore's legacy. Mamata also said that during his visit, Shah spoke garbage about state of industries in Bengal.
टोलबाजी करने में नंबर 1 है, भ्रष्टाचार में नंबर 1 है, परिवारवाद चलाने में नंबर 1 है, हिंसा करने में नंबर 1 है, बम धमाकों में नंबर 1 है, कार्यकर्ताओं की हत्या कराने में नंबर 1 है। जो बंगाल कभी नंबर 1 पर दिखाई पड़ता था, आज कहीं पर भी 20 के ऊपर नहीं दिखाई पड़ता है।
उन्हें किछु किछु कथा कालके टोटल लाई बोले गेছেন, गार्बेज ऑफ लाइज। আমি অমিত জি কে বলবো, অমিত जी आप तो होम मिनिस्टर है, आपको ये शोभा नहीं देती कि आप कोई गंदा बात, झूठा बात जो आपका पार्टी वॉर का क्लियर कर दे, वो आप क्रॉस चेक नहीं करके बोले, जिसको अंदाजा आपको नहीं है। आप पहले बोलने का पहले प्लीज क्रॉस चेक कीजिए मेहनत करके।
All right, let's cut across now to the other big developing story on the sidelines of it all. An all-out open war now erupted between Kailash Vijayvargiya from the Bharatiya Janata Party and, importantly, on the other side, Prashant Kishore, the political advisor and the man who's taking care of Mamata Banerjee's campaign in West Bengal. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's aide, Prashant Kishore, now dared the BJP, who is... Kishore said that all the hype in favor of BJP is on supportive media, but in reality, it will not be able to cross double digits. He also said that he will quit Twitter if BJP wins in double digits in Bengal elections. Replying to Kishore's tweet, BJP Bengal in charge Kailash Vijayvargiya said that after Bengal polls, the country will lose one of its poll strategists. Well, things are only going to get heated in days to come where West Bengal is concerned. Mind you, already it's high octane. But there is also another election in the offing, and that's the election in the state of Tamil Nadu, and it's booming there as well. Well, let's get you the very latest on the politics of Tamil Nadu. As per sources, Rajini's team Thalaiva can possibly launch his party on January 14th, 17th or 21st. Pongal is celebrated on the 14th and also its first day of Thai month. Due to auspicious reason, it's been chosen as a possible date for Rajini's party launch. January 17th is the birthday of AIDMK founder MGR. Remember, Rajinikanth had earlier stated that he will lead Tamil Nadu like MGR did. Now, Rajinikanth cannot delay the launch of his party beyond 21st as possible poll code may get in force and will leave little time for Thalaiva to chalk out a poll strategy. Sources have also said that an official announcement on party launch dates will be made on the 31st of December. I want to cut across right now to my colleague Pramod, who's joining us for the very latest. So, Pramod, after over a year in waiting on when will he launch the party, which date is it? Is it the 14th, 17th, 21st? Any idea? Any clue?
Well, apparently, we tried checking with his team, the core team especially, and they also gave us a smile claiming that you've been actually being in a state of confusion or being guessing for nearly 3 years. How long is just going to be another 15 days for you? That's the kind of reply we got from the team, but they very clearly mentioned that 3 dates they have given for Rajinikanth to choose from, pick one from, and they claim that it's up to Rajinikanth to choose one particular day. Earlier, it was stated to be 21st of January, considering all the cinema events and his film shoot schedule and such. But currently, they're also mentioning that 14th and 17th seems to be like an important day, and that those days also have certain meanings. So it is up to Rajinikanth. Once he comes back to Chennai on 29th of December, he's to decide on one of these three days.
All right, Pramod, appreciate you joining us. We're going to continue to come back to you for more updates. Well, let's just quickly shift focus, staying on with the state of Tamil Nadu, which is AIDMK and the BJP. They were to be in alliance, but is there a split? Well, it's at least there seems to be a fair bit of posturing. Why do we say that? Because AIDMK right now has come out and said that ideology is most important. It doesn't matter where alliances lie. The stern warning comes after BJP Vice President mocked AIDMK yesterday over pre-poll cash doles to voters. BJP State Vice President K. Annamalai criticized AIDMK by saying that money swindled from the people is being returned ahead of assembly elections. Annamalai also took a jibe at Deputy Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam for falling in front of former Chief Minister Jayalalitha's car and said voters should reject such netas. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu government has given a go-ahead for the Pongal gift scheme, which will provide 2,500 to rice ration card holders.
அந்த கொள்கைப்படிதான் அந்த கட்சி நடக்கும். அதேபோல் அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்துக்கும் கொள்கை இருக்கின்றது. அந்த கொள்கைப்படிதான் நாங்கள் நடப்போம். கூட்டணி என்பது வேறு, கொள்கை என்பது வேறு. கொள்கைதான் என்றைக்கும் நிலைத்து நிற்கும். அந்த கொள்கையின்படிதான் அந்த கட்சி நிற்கும். அந்த வழியில்தான் எங்களுடைய அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழக கட்சி இயங்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழக அரசு
தமிழக மக்களிடமிருந்து கொள்ளையடித்த பணத்தை எலெக்ஷன் டைம்ல தமிழக மக்களுக்கு 2000 ரூபாய் கொடுப்பதுதான் தமிழக அரசியல். இப்ப மோடி அரசியல் வேறு. மோடி அரசியல் என்பது 6 ஆண்டு காலமாக ஒரு தனி மனிதனின் வாழ்க்கை தரத்தை உயர்த்தி, பெண்களை தலைநிமிர வைத்து, விவசாயி கூண் போடாக முதுகெலும்போட நேரா நிக்க வச்சு அக்கவுண்ட்டுக்கு 6000 ரூபாய் மோடி அவர்கள் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கிறார்.
All right, let's shift focus right now to a protest which turned into an agitation which has been going on right now for 26 days, viewers. The farmer agitation continues, it's intensifying, and there is no breakthrough. The government today did reach out with a letter which was sent out to farm unions, 40 of them, which said that the government is actually working with it on an open mind, and also said that they would do what it takes to make things amiable for the farmers. However, the key was that the topic of discussion continues to be the proposal that the government had sent. The farmers rejected it and are observing a day-long relay hunger strike at all protest sites. Farmer leaders stated that toll collection on highways in Haryana will be halted from December 25th to 27th. They will also be celebrating the Kisan Divas on Wednesday. Meanwhile, farmers have alleged that their tractor trolleys are being seized in various districts of UP while facing harassment. On the other front, Nashik farmers are joining in the protest. They have started a march from Maharashtra.
कार्यक्रम लगभग हमारा 23 तारीख को चौधरी चरण सिंह के दिवस पर हम पूरा देश का किसान जो है उसके फेवर में आम जनता को हमने अपील की है कि आप एक दिन का अन्न जो है एक समय का किसान के हक के लिए त्यागिए और किसान को सपोर्ट करिए। 25 तारीख से लेकर 26-27 को पूरे देश के अंदर हरियाणा और बाकी जगहों पर टोल उठाए जाएंगे और बाकी जगहों पर जो एनडीए के घटक दल हैं उन दलों के नेताओं को, सांसदों को और विधायकों को घेरने का काम किसान करेगा।
कि पीलीभीत से, लखीमपुर खीरी से, पुवाया से, वहां से जो है ट्रॉलियों को रोक रहे हैं। सीओ घर पे जा रहा है, एसओ घर पे जा रहा है, ट्रैक्टर की चाबियां छीन रहे हैं। ट्रैक्टर
कि जो बात हुई है वो पॉजिटिव हुई है, क्या आपको समाधान की
फर्क दिखा है? उन्होंने 3 घंटे का टाइम और 2 घंटे का टाइम और मिला, हमने 3 घंटे का टाइम और दे दिया है। और अगर वहां से जो लोगों को छोड़ा नहीं तो फिर वहीं जाम लगाएंगे। इससे बड़ा जाम वहीं लगेगा, जहां जहां रोकेंगे वहीं जाम लगेगा।
All right, we're going to slip into a quick break, but we're going to leave you with these visuals. They're stunning, and they're going to be more stunning because it's a celestial marvel which is building up right now. For the first time, 2 planets are going to be in conjunct. Now, Jupiter and Saturn will form the great conjunction in the sky tonight, also marking the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. It's the longest night, viewers, of 2020. With these visuals, we're going to slip into a quick break, but to stay tuned. On the other side is our fact check segment. Welcome back. You're watching our fact check segment, the segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media and WhatsApp platforms. Now, there is an image which is floating about suggesting that the iconic bell tower in Tagore's veracity has been raised. Well, the structure was damaged in August, nothing to do with the current context. With that, it's a quick break. To stay with us, up next is To The Point. We're going to put the spotlight on day 26 of the farmer agitation. Stay with me.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.